to another episode of the People's Mic.
Yeah.
I am Jimmy Peoples. Jimmy Peoples. Happy Friday. Is January, what are we, 29th? Happy birthday to my mama. I think it's my mama's birthday.
Yeah,
happy
birthday.
birthday,
Happy
Rhodey.
birthday.
She's passed, but she's still here. Do you have past relatives?
Yes.
Do you post like happy birthdays to them still on Facebook?
I don't think
Are you that person?
Comedy, if I was. No.
No. I always wonder, like some people post their,
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
You're like, yeah, it's my mom's birthday. Like sometimes I'm like, should I? I was like, some things I just want to keep to me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to have to. And I only got like one picture of my mom, and I was like, that's not the you know, I don't know.
That would be pretty funny if you post that. This is my one picture of
This is
my
my
mom.
one
She's
picture.
dead.
I might be dead. My mom, Rhodey. Did you introduce
Bless her
yourself?
soul.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Adiel Kay. It's a pleasure being here.
Adiel mother effing K. Tell me, what you still got mitts on. You always have to get out.
All right, I gotta take them off. We are inside. It was snowing out. All right.
It's not snowing.
I got the mistletoe mitts. Yeah.
Yeah, you got mitts.
Yeah. Well,
Tell me your origin story.
My
tell me
origin.
your story. Who you are, where you from.
Oh man, that's a journey in itself, isn't it? My name is Adiel Kay. I'm from Florida. Moved up here about a couple years back, and been pursuing stand-up comedy for about 8 months, but been going nonstop at it. And I think I figured this would be my calling. I always felt like the funny guy, funny dude in class.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Yeah. When did you start?
I started I started when I was 23. I did it a few times down in Florida at this place called.
This is from Florida. Is this Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I did it about three times in Florida. And it was a Robot Brewing Company. It used to be Funky Buddha Lounge. And they would have shows or open mics every Wednesday. It was like either Wednesday or Thursday. And I would go up after work and work, jeez.
What was the job? You flash your back?
I used to work at a liquor store.
Yeah.
And it's now a part of my act.
Good.
Oh man. And then we would go to this lounge. Me and my boy JC. Shout out JC.
Yeah.
We would go over there, and they would actually like brew their own beers.
Nice.
So the boy, my friend who I worked with at the liquor store at the time, he brewed his own beer there. He took me there, and I saw that they were doing open mics. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna hop on. Right. It was really inspired by the bartender working behind the bar. Right. Like she didn't know me, I didn't know her. I was like, all right, my time to shine.
It's always a lady. It's always a lady. No matter what. It's always
my time to shine.
What was her name? You remember?
No.
Nah.
Dude, I got off stage and I ordered something because you gotta order something.
Yeah.
And she's like, you were really good. I was like, that wasn't even my best set.
That
wasn't even my best.
Working on.
That was like it was my first or second time doing it. You know?
That's fucking stupid. So mine was the same, man. Mine was the first day I tried to start. I was preparing like all summer, and I was sitting on the stoop. I used to work at this record store that was down the block from my house, and I had and I got stopped by these two female cops. And I was writing jokes that night. I was going to the Laugh House in Philly, and I was writing jokes, getting ready to go on. It was like the competition they had like every Wednesday, and then and these two cops pulled me over. They were like, "Yeah, can you get against the wall? So you fit the description." And they're two bad female cops, like two.
You fit the description of what?
Of a guy who did something. Yeah, I had like a white T-shirt on and
white tee?
gray.
I think they just saw your muscles.
They
and
were
were just.
I was just sitting on the stoop. I had gray swishy pants. I remember the swishy they weren't MC Hammer pants, but they were breakdancing pants,
Okay.
windbreaker pants.
Nice.
And I was like, nobody's looking like me. And I'm against the wall. Now I'm mad. You know, I got triggered. I'm activated, and they're searching me down. They're feeling me up. I was like, this is off. You know. So part of me was like mad. Part of me was like, is this okay? And they were like, you're okay. They were like, what are you doing? And I was like, writing jokes because I'm going to the Laugh House tonight, and everybody knows the Laugh House. You know.
Right.
And they're like, oh, you going to the Laugh House tonight? Oh, we might come check you out. I was like, all right, but. Fuck cops. The same, and they came. One came. The cute one came, and we did stuff. And I don't remember any of my set. I don't remember anything.
You don't have to.
I don't know.
You obviously killed.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I definitely did not kill. I don't. I just talked about them.
Scored.
I talked about how angry I was about these two cops, and she was sitting in the front giggling and shit.
Was she like the only one laughing?
No, I don't. I can't remember. I remember the light was shining on her, and she was sitting like this, and just cute, just supportive and shit, and that was it. That's all I remember.
That's tight, man. You still came out with a win in my book, bro. This stuff.
I thought comedy was gonna be that. Just women in the front row, just waiting for you to get on stage.
I mean, I didn't even go home with the girl that I was trying to impress.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, man.
It's weird, man.
Now you're protected too by the.
No, I haven't talked to her ever again.
Red and blue.
I don't even know where the fuck
she is.
No, not at all.
I bet she still has the guy though that she's trying to find. And she's like she's got a picture of you in her wallet.
That was '99.
Is that when you first started?
That's when I got on for the first time. And then I had a car accident like the week after.
Oh man.
And they're always I had a car accident the week after, and then I didn't get it back on stage until 2010.
Wow.
After that, I got a chance before the Laugh House closed again.
Right.
And I got back on stage and then started doing the Philly, Delaware scene.
Right.
I actually started the scene in Delaware. Started, I guess, reignited. I don't know. I just started doing a bunch
Why
of things.
Delaware?
Because I was in Delaware at the time. I was in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
And I got the bug, and I was doing 45 minutes to Philly, and I was like, I can't keep going to Philly. You know, there's got to be a way to do. And it was like Philly on a Thursday, and you're only doing one mic a week,
right?
Ish. And that was the big thing to do. And I was like, we need more shit in Delaware. So I was like, I just put the call out. I was like, where are all the Delaware comedians?
Right.
And I just rounded them up, and we started finding pizza shops and Hooters. We used to do a show at. University of Delaware. We used to do a show at. Just bars and everything. I used to drive by places. That's where I got my itch too, because I used to throw parties in college. So I used to always look for venues to throw parties. But now I switched it to looking for comedy venues, and that was fun to me.
Yeah.
You know, just like you had a couple guys that show up, can we do some shows? And you know,
that's dope. That's kind of. I feel like I'm kind of in that, kind of exploring that realm or that pocket in comedy right now, finding venues. I mean, producers around the city are hitting me up. They're seeing my work ethic. They're seeing like how like dedicated I am to the art form, and they want to start producing shows for me. And they're like, yeah, there's a few venues, you know, like we can check out. I mean, when you first start out, when you're doing it, like you get advice from every head in the game. So it's like, all right, well, you know, stage time is the most important.
Absolutely.
You know, building your material is the most important, and finding yourself on stage is the most important. I mean, I kind of look. It's not. I take advice from everyone, and I try to give myself as much as I can, and put myself out there as much as I can, trying to help and support.
Definitely got to work smarter. You know,
right?
Like I try to tell people, ask people the mistakes they make. You know, that's where you get the best advice. I feel. You're like, how did you fuck up to this point? You know, and then these are the things that I did, what I would have done differently. You know what I mean? And you know, instead of just giving me the what I should do advice, give me the how did you fuck up advice. You know? I know.
So What would be your advice?
When I first came to the city, you get with all the comedians and you see everybody ripping and running, trying to get more stages in.
Right.
How many did you do today? Oh, I did 10 or I did 20. And that guy does 30 so a week, and counting numbers and doing all that shit. And I was like, how many? And it's all about touches for me. You know, how many times can I touch the mic, and get time? And it made more sense for me to have my own mic, because then now you got 15 comics coming, and I'm getting on stage at least 15 to 20 times in 2 hours, instead of just getting on stage for one time and then having to find another mic, you know, and having to wait and do the waiting game. Right. So at one point, I set up my schedule. I want to do comedy from 4 o'clock to 12 o'clock at night. You know, that was my schedule. I need 2 shows every 2 hours and enough time to get, if they're at different places. And for a minute, I had it. You know, I had my different clubs, and I had like 5, maybe 3 mics and 2 shows, and that was
That's
it.
decent.
You know, and I was like,
yeah.
you know, it was like two to what was it? I had an early night. I had I don't remember what it was. It was like 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, and a late show 12 to 2, and then I started doing the podcast at Otto's. So then you had the podcast and 2 to 3 mics, 2 shows, and that was the night. I'm touching the mic. You can't even count how many times I'm getting up and touching the mic.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, think about it. 15 comics, three open mics, and then 2 shows, and then, you know, that was perfect for me. That's all I want to do. And then in the morning I would train do personal.
Yeah,
training.
you it's funny because you just came from training, right?
Yeah.
Well, at Tompkins Square?
No, it was canceled. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we used to train.
I was gonna hit you up to train right before this.
Yeah, we're training tomorrow at 11. Oh, it's like 11:30.
Yeah. No, I'm really big into
Everybody's coming
self-care,
back,
you know, and I would go to the park. I mean, my friends down south, they would be at the park, you know, playing soccer or whatever. I used to play hockey, but I'd go with them to the park and just kind of train and work out, whether it be playing soccer or not. I'd always be getting push-ups and stuff like that. I
got a
enjoy
really
it.
good pull-up bar park near my place now, so I'm excited to check
Nice.
that out.
Yeah, and body weight's the most.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I don't touch the weights anymore.
You gotta lift weights. You gotta do both.
In college,
I lift weights during the week, and then I do like calisthenics and
in college I did it, and but then it got to the point where I just kept doing it, and
but you gotta rest too.
Yeah, you gotta
rest.
yeah.
Like with a lot of people, when I see these TikTokers and people on social media, they just show how heavy they can go, and then show the tricks they can do instead of showing the process. You know, and that's why I'm like, I don't want to do that, because real weightlifting is just boring as fuck.
Right.
You know, it's progressions and doing the same thing, repetition. You know, and slowly building up. And then they're like, hey, look at how much I can lift. And then everybody, and then the kid who sees that, he goes out and hurts himself because he doesn't know how that guy got to that point.
That's definitely what I did.
Yeah, most people
That's
are gonna hurt
definitely
themselves,
what I
you know?
did.
And I'm not the most articulate trainer, you know. I'm not gonna tell you about your macros and neutros and what to eat, but I can tell you, you know, the gist. I can get you to a good spot. Yeah. You know, and then give you the smarter training. You know? There's levels of training. You know?
Exactly. There's levels to any game.
To everything. To everything. Absolutely believe in levels.
For sure.
What do you struggle with?
In comedy, I struggle with kind of like it's hard to talk about myself. I think the one thing every comic struggles is being like the most truthful on stage.
Truth.
Yes. And I try to do that as much as possible, but at the same time, if there's a premise or something that I really like I'm gonna try it out. You know what I mean? And trying out, I think one of the biggest problem I have too also is writing. I try to write 2 to 3 new jokes a day, and then so my process, I'll kind of talk about it. Just being fun, no. just being funny. I'll write 2 to 3 new jokes in the morning. Hey.
Hey, ladies, how are you?
Hey.
Good to see you.
Hey.
Good to be seeing you.
Nephew's here.
No.
I need some glasses so I can fit in. Figure it in. I might go with something like that. The round ones, I don't know if I can fit the round ones.
You need glasses and like a cap.
I want
You know,
I need to develop a character. Like these.
These are like Lenin-esque.
Yeah, very Lenin. Can I see?
Does it look good?
Yeah.
Dude, you look good.
Can I rock these? See, I'll see this later. I think I like them. I gotta take a
I
picture.
like them too.
Next up is glasses. I
Stony
think
Brook
we're glasses.
University.
When you look through these glasses, you'll look at things very differently.
Yeah, you gotta wipe them up.
It'll change. It'll change all your
Change
all your
yourself.
jokes and your whole outlook
power.
on life, man.
Sometimes I think I should take my glasses off in case I'm bombing, you know, and I don't have to look at the audience's
Yeah, reset.
disgusted faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the key with that is you have to go out without your glasses to start.
Yeah.
So you're dooming yourself to bomb from the get-go.
Right. Yeah, and also sometimes I'll kind of, when I'm crowd working, I'll be like, you know, it looks like we have an athletic audience here, you know, and I like won't be able to see any of them, you know what I mean? Which is kind of funny.
Does that work?
No, no, it works like 80% of the time,
Where's the other guy?
100% of the time.
He's up. Who? Which one?
Wasn't there the other guy outside last night?
Last night. Who?
I don't know. I thought you said Eddie.
No. Eddie Lyles was supposed to come.
Yeah.
He wasn't here last night. He's the guy from DC. But what's his name?
Oh, I met him. I know him. He's hilarious.
Yeah, Eddie's funny.
He's
So,
really
Eddie's
funny. We chatted it up outside of Old Man in the Lower East Side, and I saw him. It was the night before last, and he went up like right after me. But I saw him, and he's not funny.
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny. He's gonna do well.
Yeah.
Nick, is that you talking about?
We were outside. Some guy said, "I'll be here with you two. You were doing the interview."
Say him.
It was him and the other guy who was across from us. Nick, I think.
Nick, yeah, it was Nick. Nick is full of shit. Nick is.
Full of shit.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
He's not just full of Nick.
No, he's full of Nick. Nick is the new shit.
That's funny.
No, I don't. Yeah, he was in bed. I can't.
That's in bed.
Can't trust
Tell
him.
him to get his
I can't
ass
trust
out
him.
of bed.
He's not ready. Nick's not ready yet. He's got to turn him over a couple more times.
Mm.
Get him.
I do think he's really funny though.
Oh, Nick is funny.
He eludes this confidence that should not be there.
Absolutely.
But
Which is good.
but it gets me every time, and it's so
That's a
funny.
superpower.
And you should keep doing it because it works for him.
That's a superpower.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to solid him up a little.
I love
bit,
it.
you know?
I love the guy. I love him.
He's like a what's the Sesame Street character? Snuffleupagus. If he got cool, you know, like a cool Snuffleupagus.
Yeah. Yeah. I know he kind of, his work ethic is weird, but I know he loves comedy, like kind of as much as we do, and I think if you just love it and you don't lose the love and you just keep doing it, you know, that's, you know, what it's all about, you know, like.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it and getting on stage
Mhm.
and
And he runs his own show, but
the nada.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For me.
A homeless guy asks you for money,
Yeah.
and you say no.
Huh?
Is it out of place to say thanks for asking?
No,
I just did
That's
that, and I
weird.
felt bad as I
Why
walked
would you
away.
say?
That's funny.
Why say they?
It's
why
weird
would you
because
say
I always just
thanks
give
for
him
asking.
the
Thanks for
I
asking.
have money.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
That's the
start
reaction
doing
I
that.
just had. The guy just said, "Can you spare?" Guy, well, can I ask you a question? I go, "I got nothing to spare. Sorry, but thanks for asking." And I walked away. And
Well, it's not inappropriate if you look at it this way, that
If
he
you look
was
him in the
offering
eyes.
you an
he was offering me an opportunity to give him money.
opportunity to better yourself and to do
Right.
something good.
To be a good person. You decided not to. You
Yes, I decided against that. I decided.
No, I'm gonna be a
I
piece of
decided
shit
my
today.
karma points were earned
yeah,
already for
I don't
today.
give money. I give food. You know.
I offer food
Yeah,
sometimes,
I
but
give-
he was in okay shape, and
Yeah.
he had nice sneakers.
Nice
I always
shape.
look down on the shoes.
You're really.
Yeah, because if someone's asking me for money and they have nice shoes,
Yeah.
And a cell phone?
and I mean they walk up to you, guys walk up to me
Free cell
outside
phones
dressed
now.
up in freaking
Yeah.
They're dressed up. The guy's wearing Air Jordans. I'm like, dude, you can sell those sneakers for $180 and eat for like a week and a half. What are you asking me for money
They
for?
give away all the clothes and the stuff.
Yeah, they give away the Air Jordans.
Yeah, they do.
I know, yeah, perfectly good, polished Air Jordans. The guy's pants are cuffed on the bottom.
I don't even wear Air Jordans, but I don't know.
Well, you know, you.
I'm simple. I'm a simple guy.
You're a gym guy. You're not a basketball player. You're a gym guy.
I'm a gym guy. Absolutely, 100%.
Well, there's basketball courts in the
Well, he's not built for it, but he's built to, like, he'd probably shank it. He'd brick it off the back, because he's got that.
I shun all black stereotypes, like as many as I can.
That's
Like I didn't play
hilarious.
basketball. I don't. You know, what else?
You're a walking black stereotype.
Well, I try not to be though.
Well, just because your activities aren't, you just. If you were walking at me from down the street, I'd say
That's the guy.
definitely black.
You know,
No matter how much you try to
I
hide
can't
it.
help it. You
No
know.
matter how much you try to hide it.
I normally do give money to like the homeless guys that ask, but
Yeah.
now I'm gonna start saying thank you for asking. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna
Thank you
start-
for that's
Thank
You
an
can
you.
let us know on a
Thank you
weekly
for-
basis
that's
how
for
it
Makes
goes.
you look good on the streets.
asshole thing. Thank you for thinking I can
Thank
afford.
you for the opportunity. You're giving me the chance to better myself. Thank you. I'm sorry I had to turn it down.
Sorry, but not today. I'm
Go
not,
get a job.
Yeah. Not interested.
Oh
Don't be
man.
handy.
Don't.
What is the history of the
chair,
hat?
I'm like,
The hat?
Can we talk?
Yeah. Sure.
Like this.
I
Would you not take it?
after I graduated college,
You have a college degree?
He has.
I
a
have
college.
two.
Can you believe that?
2 of them.
Yeah.
Is that like from an associate's and
Got 2
a
and a half.
No.
bachelor? Or you have a bachelor?
Then I would have 3.
You have a bachelor and a graduate?
I have a bachelor and a bachelor.
You're 2 bachelors.
I'm a double bachelor.
In?
They consider it a dual degree.
In?
Yeah.
Finance and neuroscience and behavior.
Behavioral science or behavior?
No, neuroscience.
Neuroscience.
It on the diploma it says neuroscience and behavior. So
And
you
what's
gotta
the other?
take-
Finance?
And finance, yeah.
I see you're applying your education.
Yeah.
Well, you are half of it at least.
How so?
Well, you're what was the first degree?
Neuroscience.
Finance and neuroscience and behavior.
Behavior. So you're a behavioral observationalist. I would
Yes,
imagine,
for
in-
sure.
in
Yeah, there you
comic.
go.
And so that. I'm sure you look at things differently because of the way you studied and what you learned.
Yeah, yeah.
So
definitely.
you are using it. So
Yeah, yeah.
you pay your bills.
Yeah.
You balance a checkbook.
Yes.
So you're using a
The question
finance
is-
then.
the
So
question
then
is
you're
does-
using both
Yeah.
your degrees.
I'm
Question
using
is, does
both.
his mother think he's
I'm
using-
also.
No.
I'm also.
Don't bring his
Is your
mother
mother-
into
is your
this
mother
because this is.
alive?
My mother's alive.
Your mother's
Thank
alive,
God.
alright.
And they're not happy with what he's doing with his degree, but
Yeah. Well.
they're not happy he left Florida. But we're not going to get into that. It's a whole different story.
He brought a lot of fire today, didn't he?
I love it. I love it right now.
He doesn't want to give out money.
Juicing it up.
Judging your life. His
Well,
mother's fucking disappointed in you. You fucking disappointment.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The way I see it, I see a lot of.
What school did you go to?
I went to FSU my first year, and then I went to FA.
That was my dream school.
Yeah.
I went to the
Yeah.
University of Miami.
Huh?
Oh, nice.
You went to
Yeah.
FSU.
Yeah.
but you want
Seminoles, right?
You
I
can't
went-
talk anymore.
Seminoles?
I went
Well, you know
when-
something? His was paid for before, like when he was a child.
Really?
That's what they do in Florida. You could pay off your college tuition, but you have to go to a Florida school. You can start paying it as when the kid is born.
Yeah.
So when the kid goes to school, it's free, and you're paying the tuition
It's
of the
not
time.
free 'cause you paid it.
And you're paying the
504
tuition
or
of the time that you started.
Yeah.
So
I got
20
paid
years
to get-
after you start paying it, even though the tuition might have gone up, you're paying the tuition from 20 years ago.
Right. I did very well in school, so well that they kind of paid. Like I got grants and scholarships. So,
Nice.
Yeah. That helps. And then
So is this a temporary thing, or you want to be a stand-up comic?
I want to be stand up.
That's it. Yeah. You're a comic. You're a comic.
This is who I am.
Yeah. That's the dream.
We're gonna get to know each other a lot better.
Living the dream.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know. I've been reading a lot about it too, and
Oh,
about.
you read.
Yes, I don't just go up here and
that your downfall?
That's it down.
stupid. I learned how to navigate the game, man. I learned how to.
It's all video now, no reading.
Is,
Yes.
is there a word for somebody who loves words?
Can you write
Like a
scripts?
cinephile?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, he does write.
You know, I saw a great thing. The longest word in the dictionary.
Dictophile.
I'm not a dictophile.
You're a dictophile.
I'm not afraid of
What's
this.
the longest word in the dictionary?
It's I'll dig it up for you. It
Supercalifragilistic.
actually means fear of large words.
The longest word in the book.
That's
hot.
That
That's
makes
hot.
sense.
What were you gonna say? You about to ask a question?
Yeah.
No. Could you move
Any
this
questions
toilet
from the
paper for me?
audience?
Can you move this toilet paper? Grab this toilet paper.
Can I grab this toilet paper?
Yeah.
I can move it.
No.
Okay.
I wanted him to move it so he can come in front.
He wants to get me on camera.
Yeah.
He already kind of
He already
was.
does it.
There it goes. I was on camera.
I'm never gonna edit it.
No problem.
Do you remember the word they were using last night, poly?
Amorous?
Yeah, but there was another word, polypole or polycule.
Polygon? Poly...
No, I think it was polypole or something like that. I've never
He
heard of it
doesn't
before.
know.
It means polyamorous. I don't know why it needs to work.
Polygamous?
I don't know.
It was
I don't know everything.
You know that group here.
I feel like a lot of people, like...
We were talking about that guy because he like if you cut his face off, I was like, he looks like a bad bitch. Like he's walking around flaunting. He had beautiful hair, and then he turned around. He had a mustache. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, did you see him?
No.
Yeah, me
Just
and
now.
Nick were talking about him
Oh.
last
I
night.
was wrong. It's not the longest
Was
word.
he a comedian?
No, I think
Well,
they're
he's a
musicians.
musician,
Yeah, they're musicians.
He was here in the group of 4 people. They were all involved in a love group.
Yeah.
Was it there?
Yeah, right here.
Okay,
Right
yeah,
here.
I know him. Oh my god, that one
Yeah.
girl called me out. She's like, I know you. You work at Cafe Nooner? I was like, oh my god.
And he said, well, I'm not going to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I told her I'm calling in sick tomorrow.
That was fun.
She's like, I'll see you at work. I was like, I'm calling in
See
sick.
you at work. Come check you out.
I did go to work and she surprisingly wasn't there.
Is it weird seeing people when you see the show and then see them at your daily?
Yes, and I get a lot of that.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of that now because I do a lot of shows and I do a lot of mics and they'll see me and they'll be like, and I don't know their name. And
Do you add them on social media?
yeah,
Those
they ask for me like after I make them a cappuccino. Yeah.
What's the word? You're not gonna come on stage. What's it say?
Hippopotamonstrosiquipedaliophobia. Of course that's a phobia.
What does it mean?
They're very real and the human mind is capable of developing them towards virtually anything or any situation. The fear of long words phobia. I want Siri to say that word.
Yeah.
I want Siri to say it so that we know how to say it.
Oh man, I don't
Because
have my-
I
Hey,
can't.
Siri.
I want to read that word and never
Hey,
have to
Siri.
read it and just know what. You know what I mean?
Hey Siri.
I thought it was a fear of hippos.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Right? That's what I thought when I
Hippo
first saw Hippopotamonstroses quipedalophobia. I knew it was a fear of something because it was a phobia.
Mm. Yes.
You ever just use
But
your
that's-
phone and then the Siri will pop up just out of nowhere either because I got the Samsung.
Mhm.
It'll just pop up and say what did you say? It's
Yeah,
they're always
like
listening.
like
Every
Alexa
once in a
does
while,
that.
I'll be texting,
Alexa does that.
and I'll look down, and
Hey Alexa.
it wrote in what I was saying,
Mhm.
but it had nothing to do with, like, I didn't say
Yeah.
talk text at the time.
Right.
You
Yeah.
just talk.
So yesterday I sent a text to someone,
It's collecting data, man.
and I was sitting there talking to someone,
Mhm.
and I was trashing the person I just sent the text to. And I looked down, and if I said send, it
It
would have
was gonna
sent that
send
whole
that?
transcript of that
Oh.
conversation.
Yeah. Jesus.
So if I sent you a text earlier yesterday,
Talking
Killing
shit.
one of you that I sent the
birds with
text
one
to, I
text.
didn't like.
The whole transcript.
Killing 2 birds with one text.
Oh, is this
there.
how you feel? It's good. You gotta be
Alright.
careful, man.
Well, thanks.
job.
Just so because everyone's on, based on what's going on with this storm tonight,
Yes, tell me.
we will determine. Because I don't think it's coming. I don't
Yeah,
think we're
I
getting
don't-
anything more than
I'm
3
with
inches.
you.
But if it does start to really kill.
Just text me and I'll tell her.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know that if you show. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Because if it turns into something where people aren't going to be able to get home
Yeah,
safely,
Absolutely.
you know, you never know. But I don't think. I think
Yeah.
we're getting
Absolutely.
1 to 4 inches max.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Can I say an unpolitically correct joke?
Yeah.
Why do Jewish women make horrible
No,
weather
you
people?
gotta say it in the chair. You gotta.
No, I'm going to say it now.
You
Why
can't
did
say why.
why did
It's
Jewish
like
women
sits
make
in the
horrible
chair.
weather reporters?
Why?
Because they were told this is 8 inches their whole life.
That's pretty funny. I like that. I'm gonna use
You guys
it.
don't do jokes.
I'm
You
gonna
guys
use it
do-
I
next
don't
time
do
I'm
jokes.
here.
See,
I wrote half a joke on the way here.
Where'd you get that from?
I stole it from the internet, I'm sure. I accumulated it over time.
But that's a joke. you
That's
know?
a joke.
That's a joke.
That is a joke.
I can't do that.
Why can't you do that?
I would never. I have to keep moving. I have to keep playing the audience. I have to, I'm not. There's
Yeah, but
nothing
if you
in
were
me-
into the rhythm of telling jokes,
There's
you would
nothing in
move
me
through the
that's-
joke the
No.
same way you move through the
It's
audience.
because it's not connecting. It doesn't. Yeah.
Well, you connect it to someone in the audience.
You
I don't
know,
know.
You find a Jewish woman and you say, hey, why wouldn't you make a good weather person? Because your husband's telling you that's 8 inches your whole life.
I don't know.
Ba-dum-bum.
I have Jewish jokes.
I don't know.
But I'm not gonna say another one
Yeah.
in front of you.
Why?
Why?
Dude, the one time I said it, I was like, why did Jews? And then you're just like, why? I'm just like, oh god.
No, 'cause I sat here and did that
He
to you that
appreciates
day.
a good joke. Like if it's
I
good,
wanted to know why.
No.
Uh-oh.
But I don't want you to tell a joke that breaks him. Like, I didn't like that joke. I don't like this guy. I don't ever want to see him in here again.
There's nothing he could say that would. There's
Never.
nothing anybody could say that would ever stop.
No
you.
comic. I am now on the quest to find that comic.
I don't care. You know, you have a couple of people that come up that say stupid.
I know a
They say
lot of
wild
dirty
shit,
Jew
but they're not,
comics. From where I mean I host my own mic and a lot of like dirty Jew jokes, but
I mean, I could say a Jew joke, but it would get your podcast banned.
exactly that's what I'm not
But
trying
not.
to have
Yeah,
that
but
here.
Jewish,
That's
right?
right.
Doesn't matter.
Really?
Doesn't matter.
No.
Really?
To don't
Who-
yeah.
I long for the
It's
day
not-
when
it's
somebody
not-
tries to ban the podcast.
Well, no,
It's
you
not
could
worth
you
it.
could say that as a Jew, I could say these jokes
Yeah,
amongst
Right.
my friends.
That's what I say.
You know, but
when
you
I'm on a
can't
show.
you can't do it on a show anymore.
Really?
You can't do it. Just like
Really?
I can't use the N word anymore, or the K word.
Anymore.
Yeah, anymore. You used to be able to use it all the time. You used to be able to use that word all the time on look at television. I have a whole video of Richard Pryor's television show.
Yeah.
I have all the DVDs of his show when he was on in the 70s with Robin Williams and all that. I mean,
I have an N-word joke.
every show has that word said on television 20 times.
A lot of people.
It
get
hasn't had
canceled
didn't have
because
the
of
connotation it has
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
It didn't
yeah.
have 30 or 40 years of abuse and people dying and stuff like that heaped on it. So,
that. Yeah, it's definitely a line that I try to cross, but I'm very careful because I'm so early on, like in comedy, that I'm trying to get on shows as much as possible. I'm trying to
but you can be clean and
exactly, yeah, and I'm trying to I
and
was
offensive.
and offensive.
Yeah.
trying to get a clean, more clean cut, but I've always kind of loved that. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the audience play stuff you guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys always cut to something nasty.
yeah, that's true. I do.
Because
Because you
the
want to,
relationships come in
you
and-
want to slap people. That's
Yeah.
what you want. You want to. It's a shock thing. You
Yeah.
want to get a reaction. So you're not going to get a reaction if you just say something that's not.
With me,
Reactionable.
it's like a
So-
ball and yarn. It's like pull the string and see just how far you can get it to roll.
But
you
that
know?
comes with time.
Yeah. and
You have to be able to react to like different type of. You have to have 50 different answers to a relationship question.
Absolutely.
But you have to build that up. You're not going to get that as. You've been doing this for probably at least 10 years.
Yes.
Okay. Plus, I was being nice.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah.
Because I can't really tell how old you are.
You good. Yeah. Good job.
Because black don't
Still,
crack.
Still good. I don't want to get to the point where like, yeah, that guy's definitely 70.
Well, because that's when you shave your beard.
Yeah, I shaved. This is seasonal, so this is
I
coming
just
off
got a
March.
cut. I just got a cut.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
for
that
this.
was
You're not going to
good
wear it
to see
in the summer?
No, I don't wear it in the summer. In my head, this was I grow the beard, and I was supposed to be this character, and this is where I'm supposed to be working on music a little bit. I want a musical, doing music.
So you went for like an Isaac Hayes look?
No, like a blues rock gym music. You know, I want to make blues rock gym anthems. You know,
I love blues.
What?
Blues goes
it's
with
something
comedy.
I like. Just music I like.
Blues
Like
and jazz.
But
black-
you want to create
So I
it.
always
Yeah,
listen to John Coltrane.
Do you sing?
I sing to myself in the shower. I haven't gotten. I write songs every day.
Do you sing in key to yourself in the shower?
Yeah, I think I can hold it.
So when are you going to incorporate that into your show? You have a freaking platform
I
every
haven't
Friday
gotten
night.
the
You're in a
balls
music
yet.
club.
It's like
Why aren't you going on stage and doing something immediately?
and I'm still practicing my instrument, so it's not great yet. And
Dude, you've been playing with that instrument for a very long time. It's not gonna,
well,
it's not
it's
gonna,
also
you're not going to get any better
that
at it.
instrument, I'm fine at, but
You're not going to get any better at it.
I have a legit
it's coming. It's
question
coming.
about.
It's the. I mean,
Just do it, man. Just
I know.
Just
I know.
do it.
I know.
You know.
And the circumstances were right.
What
but
instrument
now,
do you play?
Strings, like guitar. I got a guitar and a ukulele. I want to teach myself drums, but I'm not good at it.
Do you play piano?
I used to play piano.
Not well.
and I know a
Not
couple
well.
of songs.
I know. I've seen a piano.
There's
Why
a
are you
cover-
doing Victor Borges?
There's a cover on
Who's
it.
that?
Who's Victor Borges?
Yeah. I know. Don't get mad when I don't know the name.
He was an old not vaudevillian, but he was a piano comic. Like he used to sing songs and make like mistakes, and he was like one of those guys back in the 60s and 70s.
Who's the most famous drummer you've had here?
Drummer I've had here?
Yeah. Do you know?
There's millions of
Tons
drummers.
of
that have
guys
been
here. Like, is
I have a
it-
great show coming up with Keith Carlock and Wayne Krantz.
is it
Wow.
drummers?
Keith's a great drummer.
Yeah.
You ever like hear big names and you're like, wow, but you have no idea who they are.
Music, like comedy is art. We were talking about this
You're just like,
a while ago.
wow.
It's like he's got all the music names, and I'm like, I don't know. You know,
Well, comedy.
I know
if you-
music.
We've had
If you
comedy
Music.
on this stage.
If
We've
you
had
said-
plenty
if
of
you said
comics
a
on this
comedy
stage.
Name, I'd be like, yeah, I know that guy. I know, you know. It's
We've
just
had
like-
plenty of big
it's-
names on this stage.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and I know those names. You know,
Yes, you
said
do.
all the comedians, but we're not in the music realm. You know.
Yeah, but
as
why'd
much.
you ask
Did
specifically about
Donny
drummers?
Hathaway actually
'Cause I love
perform
drums.
here?
Right?
That live album is recorded here.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
Yes.
Dude,
that's
And he
crazy.
played that piano.
no.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites.
That
is that
album
Donny
that's hanging on the
Hathaway,
wall,
Oh my god.
performed,
That's
he
creepy as shit.
he recorded here.
This guy.
A lot of musicians know that. But you guys, the comics, I always see the comics looking at the picture of Carlin on the wall, and they're like, ooh, George Carlin played here?
Yeah.
I mean, Carlin played here in the 60s,
Everybody
too.
says it. Like, you know, George Carlin played here. I was like, yeah.
Do they know the rest of the
They don't
list?
know
of
the
them?
rest of it. They
You should put together a list and hand it out to people.
a list of all the people that performed.
All the comics who performed here. So they
Yeah,
can
give me a
appreciate, I
list.
mean, if you think about it,
Well, dude, you have like posters like on the window. You should have posters of those guys
we'll have
because
posters.
like a lot of people.
It's in the win. It's
a
in the.
lot of
It's,
people,
it's in. It's in the
or
window.
not on the window, but like next to the window.
It's in the. It's in the. Say
It's-
who's played.
yeah.
You should
People who
come
played
sit
here.
on the
Yeah.
podcast and tell me all the history of all the comics. that
I should.
performed
Yeah.
it. One day, it's
One day it's going to be you and me, and you're going to regret it.
no, I would never regret.
You're
that.
gonna
I
regret
love,
it.
I love history. I love.
Evan and I
learning.
will sit up on either side of you, and you'll be out.
Yeah,
The
I would
reverse
be out.
Oreo,
I
and you'll
know,
be out.
But I can juggle it. That's fine. I mean, pause. But you know, that's fine. That's what I want.
I'll try to put together a list so you can give it to your comics.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I would love that.
I mean, Joan Rivers met Edgar here.
That's crazy. I don't
I
have
have
people.
see. I
know
haven't
You don't
that.
even know who
I haven't
Edgar
seen
is.
a
What's
picture
that
of
story?
Joan
Husband?
here.
Edgar was her husband that she
Is that
spoke
the
of.
one that
Killed himself.
killed himself?
Did Pryor do time here?
Pryor used to play at Cafe Go-Go, which was across the street. He played here, but I don't think I'm not sure he played here. But him and Woody Allen, after their shows, used to meet and go out for coffee.
That's awesome.
Well, Woody played here. Cosby was discovered here. You can't say those names really. That's two biggies right there, right? That
Yeah.
can't be spoken anymore.
Yeah. Why not?
Billy Crystal,
Would you let Cosby do his special here?
yes.
We should make that happen.
I would let Bill do
That
a
would-
special here.
That would be dope.
Oh man.
I'd let Louis C.K. do it here too, but
Yeah.
who am I?
That.
I have no issues with. I mean,
What?
there'll be a lot of protests out front.
No, there wouldn't.
Yes,
I
there
don't-
would.
You
Not
think?
Louis C. But Bill
Maybe
Cosby.
Cosby.
Bill Cosby,
Who gives a shit?
they'd try to shut us down.
Really?
When Michelle Schacht played here.
You never
Sid
know
it.
until you try. You
Michelle
never
was
know
a
till
person
you
who had some
try.
problem with the LBGTQ
Yeah.
community. And I had protesters out front because she was like going to be in the audience.
Wow. Just
People,
for
people
showing up.
were right by NYU. They look for things to
Yeah,
protest.
absolutely. Yeah.
And that would be something that would be
College
protested.
kids.
And I'm sure I'd get some shit from people I know and people, but I think it would be an interesting scenario.
Safe space.
I mean, we used to do opening comics for every show. I mean, Albert Brooks used to play here, and Robert Klein was here all the
Brooks,
time.
really? That's cool.
I mean,
I
there's-
actually know Albert Brooks.
So there's a lot of Jay Leno,
Yeah.
Jay,
stuff like that.
Big J.
Now we're gonna bring a new history.
Belushi sang sang with Sanborn. He did. There's a picture of it over there
Really?
with him and doing Cocker.
Big John Belushi.
John
Fan.
Who's your favorite Belushi?
Is that even a? Who's your
Is
favorite
that a
Belushi?
thing?
That's a thing.
I think it's a thing. No.
How can you say this? How can you even say the two of them in the same breath if they
Yeah,
have the
I-
same last name?
I don't know.
It's funny. I feel like this is going very well. Yes, I do. On the way here, I was listening to I always prepare for stuff whenever I do stuff, whenever I'm on camera or anything. So I was listening to Barry Katz's podcast, and he had Bob Saget on his podcast, and Bob Saget was talking about his come up in comedy. And did Bob Saget ever?
Saget sang here on a Monday Night Jam.
No way.
Yeah, because Richie Canard is friends with John Stamos, and Stamos brought him in, and Stamos was playing. It was him, Stamos, and Ross came in,
That's
Wow.
awesome.
and Ross did a little stand up.
Okay.
I remember him commenting about I had many more wires in the ceiling coming out. He was like saying something.
Did
about
Bob
the
Saget
camera.
come on with a guitar?
No, he sang. No, he sang
Okay.
My Generation.
Interesting. He was talking about on his first come up and how he would hit a bunch of different comedy shows, but his first thing was improv, and he went on with a guitar, and he went on right after Larry David. And did Larry David come up here? I would have keep
I'm
the
not
same
sure.
names. Okay.
Just drop it all
Yeah.
What
Well,
are they?
why not?
I mean, Steve Martin's been here. I did
Steve Martin.
the beginning of
Yeah,
that stuff.
with the
and-
ukulele.
Yeah, the whole when he had the arrow on his head and
Yeah.
all that stuff
That's awesome.
back in
man.
the day. So I mean, there's been a lot
That's so.
because we were one of the us and Catch a Rising Star. I think
Well, I'm
on the
sure
only two
Martin
comedy
Short
clubs.
then, and.
Well, I don't know if Martin was because Martin was
Oh,
coming
really?
through Canada, right? Those guys came
Ah.
through Second City. Most of them didn't hit the city as young stand-ups. They hit the city as already they didn't come here until they were through Chicago, right?
Yeah.
All those Second City guys were
Right.
coming out of there.
Well, I do know Steve Martin because I just read his book, Born Standing Up, and he worked with Albert Brooks, Lorne Michaels. Lorne Michaels had to come here,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Lauren saw Billy Crystal here. They brought the whole crew in to
You're
see
just-
Billy Crystal for.
you're the
Billy
bridge. You're the
Billy
bridge.
told that story. He said they all came. He wanted to see Billy, and they all came down before the show, and it was all the players and everyone was here, and he said that Chevy Chase fell outside on the street, and that became his shtick. Because he was started out as a writer.
Mm,
He wasn't on the show originally
mm,
as a player,
right.
and then Billy said that's the night that Lauren saw him in Fall and did that pratfall and.
That's
Whatever.
pretty funny.
Whatever.
And then that's
I don't
when
believe that.
him and Richard Pryor just did SNL skits. So that
Just
makes
that one.
That makes sense.
That's dope.
See, you couldn't do that. That was on live television. They don't even play that anymore. That skit that you're talking about.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's.
But he wrote that skit. Pryor wrote that skit.
Mhm.
So
Chevy Chase. Yeah, he has changed. He is different.
Chevy?
Just
He's older now.
yeah. That
Who's
scares
he?
me.
Still in
That's
his
scary.
70s now,
He
right?
looks so yeah. I mean, if you look back on Chevy Chase,
Yeah.
you and you see him now, you're just like, no way. You know what I mean?
he looks the same.
Yeah. You can you can see him. It's like
Yeah, you can
I don't-
see his.
Bill Murray.
You can see how life has hit him.
But he's just older. He's older. White guys age terribly, so
Thanks. I have a lot to look forward to.
I don't know.
That's why I'm in comedy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not all white guys age terribly.
Not all. Not all. Majority. Yeah. Fuck. No. No. You thinking you're sleek?
I think you just never know, man.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Some guys
I
that
see-
you
I see some
think they have
guys.
a bright future and
It's like
life
Yankee
will
candles.
hit 'em
Just-
and-
Yeah, but I think that's colorblind.
What?
As far as life hitting them hard and
No.
knocking them out.
No. I see guys my age, some white guys, and I'm like, man, you just let it all go.
I like looking at before and after pics, you know, like before and after. Let's see.
Yeah, but you can't judge the ending point until you know the path.
True. So
This
definitely.
is the realist in me.
Well, I'm serious. If you see someone
When's your birthday?
September 20th.
September.
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo, yes. You see,
Yes.
You're
With a
an
Mercury rising. if
Yeah,
that
you're,
helps.
no, you're an anchor.
With a
you're
north
a
node
realist.
of-
You're straight. You know.
I'm an anchor.
Yeah,
I'm a
you're-
realist.
I feel like
I-
there's two types of people in the world. There's balloons and there's
Okay.
anchors. You know, and a lot of comedians we're balloons. We're lofty. We
I'm a
fly
lucky
by-
combination. I'm a balloon shaped. I'm an anchor shaped like a balloon.
But you're definitely an anchor. Yeah. And then you need both though. Now, like I'm a balloon.
I
I'm
like-
what can we do? When can we do it? And you're like, whoa. This is how we're gonna do it correctly.
You're definitely a realist,
Yeah.
from what I can tell, because you like seeing live performances and live recordings, and I feel like you're the kind of person like picture or it didn't happen, you know, like if
No,
someone's
I
telling you
believe.
something.
I believe some stuff. I believe some
Yeah.
conspiracy theories. I believe some
You
of that
believe
stuff.
conspiracy theories?
Which one?
The New World Order one, the Rothschilds, and the big money running everything, and
Bilderberg. You
all
into
that stuff, and that I believe in.
I almost sold one of their liquors.
I don't know. I don't want this to be a conspiracy theory podcast.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories that I don't
There's
believe.
a lot because Joe. I don't know.
Okay. Do it.
Rogan's podcast. That's all they talk about sometimes conspiracy theories.
It depends on what camp you're in. If you consider it conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is even not what is a conspiracy, but what to believe. You know what I mean? That's why. Yeah, I can see you running a venue like this. This is like, it gets to a point. It's like, who even cares? This is live. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I like bands better live than studio. I do,
Mm.
but I don't know whether that's because I'm a realist.
No, I think.
I just look
you-
at it like I look at things in a real. I look at outcomes.
well, do you listen to a piece of music and you're like, all right, this is auto tuned, or like this
Singing,
has been
yes.
touched up?
Singing,
Yeah.
yes.
So like you have that opinion, kind of, like that. Like I can totally like I would totally take live over.
Yeah, but I'm booking a
taping.
live. I'm booking a live room. So if you can't do it live, you're no good to me.
Yeah.
And I like that.
So that's why.
I like the
that's why I
pressure.
look at it.
I
different.
like the pressure
Yeah.
of that. I really do. I feel like I'm gonna be here later and just be like, I hate.
What?
I hate the pressure of this right now. I'm gonna just screw myself. No. You get more respect doing it live. I feel like, rather than always just being behind a curtain or a door.
And why aren't there happy comics? Why aren't there happy stand-ups?
I feel like I have a happy stand.
No. Every
I
joke
don't.
everybody says is so depressing.
I don't.
And it's so about.
It
And it's
comes-
about the
it's-
bad things people do, and it's about. Why aren't there never any guys that come up and say? I can't give you an example, but why aren't there anybody that ever comes up and does like happy ending jokes? You know,
it's
like
not funny.
Yeah, people don't want to hear. People don't.
The recipe is tragedy and time. You know, that's what makes the joke funny. You know, if it was all, I've seen a couple guys who just had their lives together, and one guy was like, yeah, I'm going over taking the girl on a date to Disneyland tomorrow, and my life is great. And I was like, fuck that guy. Comics hate that guy. You know, he's beautiful hair and cool guy, but it's not.
What was that guy's name?
I don't know.
Jerry Seinfeld.
No, he's a good friend of mine. I love him. There's a few, but happiness isn't
isn't funny.
I can tell you from experience.
because the majority of people aren't happy. You know,
they
want,
can't relate.
They want you to be something worse than them, so they can laugh at your trouble.
Yeah, nobody wants
know?
to see you succeed.
No.
Thank you for the secret.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's
But the game is to do those self-deprecating jokes and but succeed and then just keep getting booked and then develop the material you want to do once you become a name and then still make it funny. And I don't so I run a feedback mic, and I can only tell you from experience. I would say jokes. I would kind of be a happy comic and kind of like have energy. People, and then I would just get feedback like from other comics, and they would be like, "You look like you have rainy day energy." Like they just try to bring me down, you know. And then I would do those self-deprecating jokes.
I can understand.
And then I would do self-deprecating jokes, and then they would critique those. And then at one point I was just, what am I doing with my life? You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing with my time?
I never liked
I never told you
the name of that mic?
about the hat. Tiny Cupboard. So
feedback. I never liked feedback mics.
You don't like feedback?
No. I mean, because I'm not that type of comic, so it's my. I'm not. I take my comedy day by day, you know. It's
Yeah,
like,
but
what
do you
happened
walk off a
yesterday?
show and think you did well or not well based on
I
your
think
experience?
I do terrible every time.
Is that just a
because-
self-motivator to make you do better?
Yeah, absolutely.
But why do it if you're never satisfied?
Because you're always chasing. It keeps you chasing, keeps you hungry. You know, I don't want to be like, hey, that was great. I can go rest. I don't ever want to rest. You know, I always want to keep growing. It's like, hey, back tomorrow. Waking up in the morning, back to the gym, back to reading newspaper, finding new shit. Never stops. That's
So you're the hamster on the wheel type.
absolutely. Huge wheel.
Don't you ever want to get off and drink a little water and
Hell no.
shit in the
Fuck
hay a
water.
little?
Fuck that. I just need to just go till the heart pops. You know, two places I know I'm gonna die in a bed, but I would rather be on stage. You know, just let it crack and be the end of it, and let them roast me as the ambulance pulls me off.
Do you never want the feeling of completion satisfaction? Does
No.
that not make you happy?
No. I wanna die on my deathbed. I wanna say, fuck, I should have said that, and that's it.
I think the one thing that scares me is like I know that the other person, there's one person that's working harder than me, and that's what keeps me going.
There's a lot more than one person working hard.
And that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
that's what he will even.
I don't think about
That's
who's
what-
working hard at me. I just want to.
You're an individualist.
Yeah.
You don't care about feedback, so you don't care about other people's things.
No. Yeah, I was a track guy. That comes from I don't worry about who else is training. I just like train as hard as I can, do as much as I can.
You were track and field,
track and field.
running or
Oh, running. Yeah. I was one of the fastest kids in the country at one point.
distance or short?
Short distance, 100 to 400. So
That's long distance to me.
that's mid.
The
Well,
40
100
yard
yards is
dash
100
is
yards
short.
is.
100 yards, 100,
The 40
200,
yard is
400.
short.
Did you do relays or just?
I did relays.
And you grew up. You did that at Temple.
No, I didn't do shit in Temple. I joined a fraternity and got distracted, started throwing parties and.
That's
shit.
odd because Philly is such a big track town because you have that
Huge
big.
track town for
'cause you
Penn
have-
relays and stuff. But at
you have
the
that-
time, my
the
coach,
Penn relays, right.
My coach was a little sketchy, and I got mad at him.
Where'd you come out of? Where'd you grow up?
I got an academic scholarship to go to high school outside of Philadelphia.
So you grew up in Philly.
I grew up in Philly, I guess you could say. I only did high school for 3 years, which is weird.
Boy, I did high school for
I'm
3
mad
years.
at. I wish I had one more year.
Yeah, but we only had 3-year high schools when I was a kid.
Yeah. And
Ninth grade was a
that's
junior
really
high.
Changing it, but and it's also all I needed. You know, I didn't need to stay any longer.
Where out? So you grew up outside of Philly?
Strathaven High School.
Where is that?
So that's Wallingford, Pennsylvania. So,
Where is that in relation to Philly?
Philly's about 15 minutes outside of Philly, going I don't know, north, I guess.
North?
Like Cheney, LaSalle.
Towards Yardley in that area?
I think it's going the other way. We're at I don't know, going Swarthmore, Media, Chester. We were in the same school with Kobe Bryant school was Lower Marion, so we were in the same league. So I beat him in long jump. That's
Long
my
jump,
thing.
is that what you were doing?
That's we were at a track meet, and we were doing. He happened to come. He was trying long jump for the first time. They were like, "Hey, you're the fastest and you're the best basketball player. Maybe do this fun thing." And then we both sucked at it, and I just beat him by like a couple inches. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm holding on to this forever," you know. So it was dope. But yeah, he's cool as shit.
Yeah, I was reading a thing with him and Michael. And people said when they were both playing that Michael was smarter. He just worked. Kobe worked harder. And that was the difference of smarts. Working smarter would be working harder, unfortunately.
But do you think that the fact that he came straight out of high school had something to do with that? That he wasn't
He's
coached
way more
by,
mature.
but he wasn't coached by Dean Smith
Yeah.
and
But
taught basketball knowledge for 4 years. You know what I mean? Like,
like his dad was a, you know.
It's
right. But you're talking
Great
about
basketball.
Jordan went through North Carolina with one of the most famed coaches, basketball coaches of basketball minds at the
He
time.
definitely got that time to grow and learn the game at a collegiate level compared to going right into the league.
I feel like it's about to
And I do think that Kobe definitely took on that challenge and kind of set the example for like other kids that were like, maybe I don't have to go to college. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think it could have saved his life, because who knows if like someone would have done something to him in college. You know what I mean? Like you never know. I think it was probably a smart decision on his part to go straight into the league, but he just didn't know how to work with a team. Like
We just did the impossible, by the way.
What did we do?
We turned your podcast into sports.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I let you do it. I let you do. You threw it off.
Well, then we can make it funny.
It's not going to be a sports
He's dead
podcast.
now.
It's not going to be. We're not talking basketball. Not on my podcast.
So he's dead.
But we all gonna talk. We all gonna talk about how you beat Kobe Bryant. In the
Yes,
lineup, though.
that's it's got to be.
I was about to say a
That's
joke
the-
that
bring it
Shaq
along,
said.
so I'm included.
I was about to say a joke that Shaq said about Kobe, when
I'll let it be. Let it.
the players would complain to Shaq about Kobe. And be like, "Hey, Shaq, Kobe ain't passing," and Shaq would be like, "I'll talk to him," and Shaq would go to Kobe and be like, "No, Kobe, they ain't no I in team." Kobe would be like, "Yeah, but there's an ME in that motherfucker."
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Good. Absolutely.
We can end it there.
Yeah,
That's
he's-
where it dies.
You turned it into a joke.
Good.
Yes.
I think we can wrap this up.
Dude, this was fun. This was mad fun.
You are
and
always welcome.
Sorry,
Yeah,
guys, I
this
didn't
is-
mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. I just wait for you to take one of these
Fine,
seats.
just don't do it again.
I'm gonna figure out. You got to get the list. When you get the list for next week, the comedians.
Dude, I would love to. Yeah, keep doing this with you. This is mad
You're
awesome.
more than welcome. I tell Cashy, you're more than you can show up. When we did it every day, I would just have like, because we would go to the open mic after, so comics would
Which
come.
open mic?
It's my mic, the people's mic.
Okay,
so
dope.
it would be the podcast and the mic, and then we're trying to get back to we'll get back to that.
We'll get yeah.
But yeah, you can come, you can participate, try to grow it. I need help making it better, so you
Yeah,
got
man.
suggestions. My mic is yours. Tell them where they can find you at.
Yes, you can find me on IG at Adiel Kay. That's ADIEL ZKAY. That's really like the only. So I mean, I have a Facebook too, but I don't do Twitter.
What are you where's your shows at? You got shows coming up?
Yes, I have a show right after this actually.
Yeah.
I have a show at Broadway Comedy Club
Okay.
At 5:30. If you want to come,
Sure, I might
check
come
that
up to
out.
that. I might come check that
Yeah,
out.
it's-
I've been up to Broadway.
That's dope. It's I think we have a good lineup of people, and should be a good show. Paula Leone, I think, is hosting, and Chanel Omari is guest starring, and it should be a great show. I love doing your shows,
Yeah.
and shout out to Jimmy Peoples over
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
we
shout
got
out
a
to your
we got a
mom.
show
Happy
tonight.
birthday.
Happy birthday. Rhodey.
Yes, happy
Rhodey.
birthday. Shout out to my mom. I hope you watch this one day.
This is gonna come up in the
I'm on
archives. It's
TV.
like it's gonna look grainy, you know, one of those shots, and they're gonna take
Corny.
clips of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the podcast. It's episode 488, 588.
588.
We got a
Write
show.
it
We had a
down.
great show tonight. It's as long as it doesn't snow. With this, I like his attitude because he's like me. It's like I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If the lights are on, the doors are open, we're having a show.
Yes.
Just get here and be safely getting here. We got
I
a lot
love
of
your
dope
flyer, by
comics.
the way. Are you just like
Yeah, that was. I took that when I was when I
to
was
the
researching
show.
like public speakers, and they were like, you should always take pictures with electrifying poses. Like there's 3 like different poses where you're bringing people towards you, and it should always be
Interesting.
hands
Yeah, I
up.
saw it. It's
Or
interesting.
people always react to hands in a picture for some reason. So when you see like public speakers, they're always like ha ha
Yeah, that's
ha.
why they have like hand models,
Yeah.
right? Like George Costanza's
Yeah,
has
yeah.
that episode, and in Seinfeld is him as a hand model.
Really?
It's like they're looking at his hands. Just, you have great hands. What?
I like it. I was like, that's my thing. And it works. And it works. We'll
Tight.
be here tonight. It's the Jimmy Peoples Show. It's the Jimmy Peoples Podcast. I put my name on everything. What did I want to say? Shows tonight at midnight. Great damn show. Lineup's changed a little bit because of the weather, but we're still going to rock out. And we're going live. We'll go live on Instagram at 11:59. So tune in. And that's it. That's the show.
Bless, yeah.
Thank you. See you tomorrow. See you next week.